Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? Welcome to Tennessee Soul Family. Yes, today is Monday, y'all. That's right. So what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? This is Big Low. That's right. This is Big Low, and it is a wonderful morning. So good morning, everybody. Let me straighten up my apron. I got my apron on, y'all, because if y'all see in the description, I am about to put on a pork shoulder. Because this pork shoulder, we've had it for a while. And so I took it out of the freezer for 4th of July, basically. But 4th of July, I ended up cooking a Boston butt that my auntie bought over here. And so my shoulder got put on the back burner because I was going to cook that for our family. And so since I've got it, since I've thawed it out, I'm not going to put it back in the freezer again because that's not good to do. So I'm going to have to cook it. And so that's what I'm doing this morning, y'all. I'm gonna get this pork shoulder. It's like almost a 10-pound pork shoulder. Y'all done seen me do this 2 or 3 times. Y'all seen me do it with the Boston butt on the 4th, but y'all didn't get to see the end result of it because I was in a rush because I had to get over to my auntie for the cookout. But we're going to do this one, and we're going to go live probably 2 or 3 times today because this is going to take about 8 hours. Right now, it's right after 12 o'clock, and y'all know us, we do late, so we haven't even eaten breakfast yet, y'all. We haven't even eaten our first meal of the day, but I'm going to get this pork shoulder on, and I'm going to show you guys, because, you know, even though the 4th of July is gone, we still got Labor Days coming up, September, you know what I'm saying? And so a lot of you guys do pork shoulders and whole hog barbecue and Boston butts on Labor Day also. So just in time for September, which it'll be just around the corner, man. You know, today is it's just July, but September will be here before you know it. So some of you guys may have a pork shoulder that may be in the freezer or whatever. Get it out for Labor Day, and I'll show you how to cook it. Now, I'm going to cook this on the smoker like I always do. But the way I'm doing this, you can also do it in the oven. It's the same thing. Only thing about it is I'm doing it on the smoker, and I'm putting a smoke flavor to it. But I would tell you guys a trick where if you want to cook it in the oven and get the same effect as if you cooked it out on a smoker for 8 to 10 hours, and you use hickory wood or whatever kind of wood you prefer to get it that woods flavor, liquid smoke, you can go pick it up, man. You can go pick it up at any of your food places, in your supermarkets. They sell this thing called liquid smoke. You can get it hickory. Most of it is hickory, I think. But I'll show you guys how to do that. So anyway, good morning. And before we do that, let me say hello to our moderators, Dawn Guyver, Tracy. Dawn, not Dawn. That's the country always saying it. But, you know, we in the South. Don Geiger, Tracy Akins, and Tracy Graves. I know Tracy Graves, you know, she was off for 2 weeks, y'all. She went back to her regular job today. So she'll be still showing y'all some of her content. You know, she likes to cook. She likes to bake. So, you know, she's a very positive person. So y'all go check Tracy Graves out. And also our other moderator, Tracy Akins. She's also into the content creation. So y'all go check her out. I think she was on this morning. So y'all go check both of them out, man, and follow their pages, and we appreciate it. So Christy is in the she's in the we call it the waiting room. She'll be out in a minute. And so I'm gonna start whenever she come out. So before we start, make sure y'all are voting for favorite chef. Favorite chef is still the competition that Christy is in. This round ends Thursday. This round ends Thursday, y'all. She's still number 1. She's held the number 1 position since the competition started. How about that, y'all? Thanks to you guys. Thanks to Tennessee Soul Crew, from Tennessee Soul Food LLC, from the Soul Families, Soul Puppets, all you guys who are over on Soul Food that we love. That is our group that we have well over 500,000 members in. I know some of you guys follow us from over there too. So in all of our platforms, man, I know y'all guys are voting, and y'all kept her number 1. Some of y'all saying y'all voted, just voted. It's right. So this is a reminder, y'all. She'll be in here to tell y'all too. This is a reminder. If you have not voted today, this is, you know, you get a free vote every day. So y'all go ahead, if every 24 hours. So if your 24 hours is up, go ahead and vote again. If it's not, wait till your 24 hours roll around. But y'all do realize this is also a fundraiser. So we're asking you guys, and it gets kind of tough in these last rounds. She got 2 more rounds to go, y'all. This round is the quarterfinals. The next round is the semifinals. That's the round she was in last year. And she got all the way through it. And she held first place from the beginning all the way to the last round. And it had like 1 minute left. And y'all remember, she got knocked to second place. So everybody has to be in first place at this point to keep going. If you don't win first place, you get knocked out of the competition. And she held that all the way to the last top 16. So somebody said, can you put up the link? Christy, she'll be here. I'm on the live. I can't put the link up as I'm speaking, but Christy can put the link up. And our moderator, I don't know if Atkins is on. I know Tracy Graves is at work, maybe Dawn Geiger, but I know Christy, she's here. She'll put the link up for you guys, where you can just click on it. Everybody's asking for the link. Here she go.
Hello, good morning. How are you guys doing? Well, good afternoon. How y'all doing?
Well, it's morning in California.
It is. It's still morning. So good morning, everybody. How y'all doing?
You sure look pretty this morning.
Well, thank you, sir.
Ain't never seen that headband. Where you get that at?
What, the headband?
Yeah.
Oh, I've had it. I just hadn't had nothing to wear it with.
Oh, okay. I got you.
It matches my shirt.
I see that.
So I
so she's a pink butterfly this morning, y'all. Right. She got her pink butterfly on.
So let's get this pen.
So Christy's gonna pin. This is at job fair Saturday morning. What is that?
I don't know.
Oh, that's a spam. We're gonna get rid of that person.
Oh, yeah.
No spamming, baby.
No spamming. So
yeah, y'all come in. Christy's gonna put up the link to the favorite chef. And then she's gonna share. So you guys who are over at Tennessee Soul Food LLC, you guys shall be seeing us here in a second because she's gonna share us out. Sharita Jones, how are you doing? She said, good afternoon, Big Low and Christy. Cooking my favorite meat, pork shoulder. Is that right, Sharita Jones? Well, I'm about to get it on, man. You know, I ain't gonna do a lot of talking this morning, but we got to get our preliminaries out first, sharing our video. So if y'all guys are watching, if you are a silent watcher, just say hello, put something in the comments. You know, that helps the algorithm keep going. And if you are on, if you got any food groups, share this video to your food group, share it to any group, share it to your personal page. That helps us out also. Because Big Low about to put this pork shoulder on now. It's not going to take long to put the pork shoulder on, but it does take long for it to cook. You know, I'm going to pat it down and I'm going to do everything about that. So we'll get to that. So let's let Christy get through doing what she's doing. Lord, I got bad knees, y'all. Y'all hear what I'm saying? And so Christy, she'll take this out of the thing in a minute. She'll start recording. But this is my pork shoulder, y'all. This is the pork shoulder. This has been in the freezer for a while. And so let me mic up here. There's a mic right there. So yeah, y'all, this is my pork shoulder. And I'm gonna cut it open because I got it's got a lot of juice in it. So let me carry it to the sink and I'm gonna let Chrissy talk to y'all guys. So she'll talk to you for a minute while.
All right, I just pinned the link. So y'all go ahead and go vote. For those of you who haven't voted this morning, if y'all be waiting on me to give y'all that link, there you go. I got it. Y'all get that. Go and get your free vote in. That is, your free vote is just as important as anyone who decides to donate a vote. Okay, it is just as important. So please remember to get those votes in every morning, every day. Okay, because this round ends on Thursday. I want to say 9 o'clock Central, but I have to check to make sure to let you know. Kellen Eccles said she is a silent watcher, but I love watching you guys. I might say something every once in a while. Well, thank you, Miss Carolyn, for your comment, and thank you for silent watching, because silent watchers are as important as everybody else. All of you play a major part in what we do here at Tennessee Soul Family. Without you guys, we wouldn't be Tennessee Soul Family without you guys. So we love you guys. Thank y'all. Y'all rock. Miss Bossy, go ahead. Envy me, said Pretty Girl. Thank you. I appreciate it. Ray Parker says hello. Holly Bush, Sunshine and Gucci Crew is checking in. The Sunshine and Gucci Crew is checking in. How y'all doing this morning? Hello. Shamika Carey said, I have been watching for over a year. Yes, you have, Shamika, and we really appreciate your support and continuation of following our family. Thank you, guys. Just voted. I see y'all saying voted. Thank you. Blanche Spencer says, I comment all the time. Well, hello, Blanche. Thank you for your comments. We can't catch every comment. We try to do the best we can because they move very, very fast. Because if we're talking to you, I can't respond as well. So sometimes it just takes a minute. Juanita Turner says, "Hey, Christy, good morning." Willette Ray, good afternoon. How are you? Loretta Foster. Cheryl Krim says, "Hi, Christy. I need the links for the two Tracy Graves and Aikens." Okay, I will inbox that to you. How about that? Okay, I can inbox that to you later on today. Thank you, Shamika Carey. She said, "Let's send her to New York." I appreciate that. Y'all have been rocking it. I appreciate it. Just voted. Christy says she just voted. Deborah, America West. Good morning. I love watching y'all. Well, thank you. Let's see here. Miss Willett Ray says, "Love the colors you're wearing." Well, thank you, Miss Willett. Look, I have never wore this. I have bought this headband. It came in a set. And I originally bought the set from Mariah because it had a bunch of colors in it. But she stopped wanting to wear headbands, so I ended up in my collection. So this is the first time I think I've ever found this one and had something that I could actually match it. So I think Mr. Thomas is ready to get her going. All right, let's take y'all out the stand and let's go. 2 seconds. I'm gonna mess up nothing. No, touch no buttons. Here we go. And let's go.
All right, y'all. So, again, thank y'all for joining this morning. We'd like to thank all of you guys. So I'm about to put this pork shoulder on. This is a 10-pound pork shoulder. And like I told y'all, this was in the freezer. Had intentions on cooking it for the 4th of July. But I ended up cooking another Boston butt for my uncle and my aunties for the cookout. So this has been thawed out. So I got to get it on. One for that, I wouldn't be cooking it. But we got to get this cooked.
Yes, because we done thawed it out and it's time to cook it.
We done thawed it out. And so, like I always showed y'all before, this is a pork shoulder. This is a pork shoulder. It is the shoulder of a hog. And unlike the Boston butt, it's the lower part of the shoulder. Right before you get to the knee, that's the part. So this side right here, you see this has a...
That's not the fat cap.
No, the fat cap.
Oh, that's the fat cap.
That's the fat. You see how pretty that looks, man?
It is.
So anytime you get a pork shoulder and you see that fat cap on it, that's a lot of flavor, man. A lot of people trim all of that off, but please do not trim that off.
No.
No matter if you're cooking it in an oven, no matter if you're cooking it on a smoker, no matter how, leave that fat cap. Now, if it's too thick, you can trim it. But this right here, this hog,
that's
you can tell.
Flavor, honey.
You can tell this hog wasn't that old.
Yes, Felix, it's pork.
This is a pork shoulder. And so what I'm going to do, y'all, basically when you cook a pork shoulder, for every pound, you want to cook it for 20 or 30 minutes per pound.
Right.
Now, you can put this in the oven. I know a lot of you guys probably don't have smokers. You can put this on a regular grill if you use indirect smoking, which means if you got a smoker, like a barrel smoker or something, you put your coals on one side and on the other side, you leave it empty and you put this on the empty side and you keep that temperature at about 250 to 275. You don't want to cook this too high because this is a thick piece of meat. You see how thick that is? And it has a bone in the middle. And so in order for that right there to cook all the way through, you want to apply low heat. And so you don't want to go lower than 250 because anything lower than 250 will not start to cook. Meat starts to cook at around 250 degrees.
Okay.
And so when you cook something like this.
So you started at 250 is what you're saying. Like
you don't want to start it no less than 250.
Okay, gotcha.
Now you can cook these things all the way up to 300, 350. But here's the deal about cooking a big piece of meat. You know, these are muscles. Like if you see this shoulder, stuff like shoulders, hams, Boston butts, they are muscles. You understand what I'm saying? And muscles tend to be real thick. And in order for meat to be tender, you want to be able to break down all those fibers. So think about muscle. You know, they have strands in them. Like I put my fingers together and those muscles, they're real tight. They're real tight, right? And so when you cook something real fast, like on 350 or 400, it will cook and it will get done. It won't hurt you. But what'll happen is those fibers won't have time to get loose. Right. They'll stay tight. So when you apply low heat, like at 250 to 275 is the prime temperature. Okay. That way, when that heat slowly sinks off in that meat, what happens is it breaks those fibers loose. The slower you do it, those fibers start to get loose. to the point where they end up just like spaghetti. And that's when you can take meat and you can tear it apart. Because you notice whenever you get like whole hog barbecue or ham, when it's cooked slow and steady with low heat, you can take those fibers and they just fall apart. That's the tenderness of it. So when you cook it, you want to cook it on low heat so those muscles can just, fibers in those muscles can just get like this. And then they start to do that and they come apart. You can just pull it apart.
Right.
So that's what we're going to do with this right here. It's a science to cooking, smoking meats. Now, the smoking part is the flavor.
That's
the flavor.
Yes, honey.
And of course, you can see this meat is raw.
Yes.
All right. So when you first start smoking something like a shoulder, a Boston butt, or a ham, you want to get it on raw and you want to apply smoke heavy when you first get it on, because once this starts cooking, it's going to get to a point where it won't take any more smoke. Right. So you want to get that smoke rolling real good and heavy when you first get it on there. So I got a smoker, because y'all know I got a Pit Boss.
Yes.
And it is a smoker. It's a vertical smoker. So when I first put it on, I cut it on and you'll see that smoke rolling. That smoke gets off into this meat. Mm-hmm. And that's why when you first started out on 250, it's a slow cook. And when you first get it on there, that smoke gonna penetrate this. It's gonna sink off into the fibers and it's gonna give you a good smoke flavor. Now, some of y'all say, what kind of smoke do you use? My brand is Hickory.
Yeah, you got Hickory out there.
I love Hickory. Now, a lot of people like to use oak. You can use apple. You can use cherry. You can blend it. I'm a Hickory guy. Hickory is just my flavor. But, you know, a lot of people say oak is their flavor. But if you ever smoke with hickory wood, you won't regret it. Now, I'm used to smoking with real wood. I'm just an old caveman guy, and I'm gonna get to it because y'all know I like to talk. Yeah. I'm an old caveman guy.
I said, teach him, Big Low.
I was used to smoking, and this is what makes a pit master, a pit boss. When you can take a tree. See, that's where I come from. I come from the days where you go out in the woods and you find a hickory tree and you cut it down with an axe or a chainsaw. And you take it and you split it up like with an axe, and then you take it and you build a pit like with bricks. Yeah, you know, because that's how I usually cook. I take some center blocks, I build a pit from the ground up, and I lay that hog dead on it, and I take my hickory wood and I make coals out of it. That's old caveman. That's how they used to do it. Because, you know, smoking this meat.
We're live, Mary Bell.
Yeah, we live. Smoking whole hogs, smoking shoulders. That is something that's part of your culture, baby. As an African American, we started doing this. If y'all ever look on Netflix, there's a series called
oh yeah, we gotta watch it too.
No, not this
not
new
that one.
No, I'm talking about the one that's called they tell you the history of smoking.
Oh yeah, I forgot what it's called.
High on the Hog. High on the Hog.
Yeah.
Y'all go to Netflix, y'all look up this. It's a series called High on the Hog.
Yes. Is it Netflix or is it
It's Hulu or Netflix? I think
it was Prime.
Hey, I don't want to.
Anyway, we're not High on the Hog. Just Google it. You'll find it.
High on the Hog, whatever platform it's on. But yeah, it gives you the history of how to do this. This is African American. So, you know, back in the slave days, you know, people who the slave masters, they always cooked a whole hog on the holidays, but they kept the ham and the shoulders and they threw the scraps to the slave. And sometimes they would give them a whole hog as a reward. And so they didn't have the advantage of cutting the parts of a piece. They would just cook the whole hog. They would put it over a fire and cook it, and then they cooked it in the ground. That's the history of where the whole hog come from. And so that's something that I grew up with. My daddy, my uncles, they all cooked whole hogs on the 4th of July.
I grew up the same way.
Her grandparents and her great granddaddy, he was one of the best around. So down here in the South, cooking whole hogs, baby, is just something that we do now. It's beginning to be a lost art.
It is.
I wish some of the young people would keep going. But you can also take parts of the meat, like this shoulder. So that's what we're going to do right now.
Slap on him like that.
So here's what I'm going to do, y'all. I'm going to put a base on it because, you know, you want to put a rub on this thing. Now, this is the rub y'all see me use all the time. This is a barbecue seat. Christy gets this from it's something local, actually.
Yeah. But
I like to add stuff to it. So I'm going to add some other seasonings to it because a rub is just basically, you know, anything you want it to be. Because it's seasoned salt, garlic. It can be onion powder.
Anything you want to put together. You put your own rub together.
Or you can just go buy a rub. You can. There's a lot of people put it together.
Shooter said it is Netflix.
Netflix. There you go. High on the Hog. Yes. And I got this soul food seasoning. And I'm gonna add all of this. This is basically a rub, but I'm gonna add all of this to it. I got some of Chef Bunky D's, the bomb seasoning, because I like his seasoning. Yeah, I'm gonna add some of that to it. And then I got me some Country Bob Caesar salt. So I'm gonna add all that, and I'm gonna put it in this bowl right here. But before I do, I'm gonna add a mustard base.
Okay.
Now some of y'all saying, what do you add mustard to it for? It's just to help the rubs
adhere,
stick to it. You're not gonna taste the mustard. It's not gonna have any effect. It's just a binder to add the rub to it. So that's the first thing I'm gonna do.
Yes.
So trust me, you don't have to add mustard.
No.
But you know, you want to have this. You want to be able to coat your rub on real good, and so you can do this. Like I said, even if you're cooking it in the oven, it's the same method, man. Take you some mustard and just rub it on. You get that all around it. And this is a 10-pound pork shoulder. So I'm gonna stick it on the smoker, and as the days go by, I will go back and forth and I will show you how I keep it moist.
Yep, because I got you a spray bottle. That's your new spray bottle.
Right. You get you a spray bottle.
Put your apple cider vinegar, or some people use apple juice, right?
You can use apple juice.
Yes, that's what I thought.
You can use apple cider vinegar. You can use just about anything you want. The point is you don't want it to dry out. So probably every couple of hours you want to go out there with your spray bottle.
Thank you for your stars, honey. Will It Ray has posted the Netflix link. You guys click on it.
Yeah, y'all go check it out.
Hound Hog. Take that link and save it, and yes, ma'am.
Susan Biggers,
thank you. Everybody's got their eyes. They got them heart eyes. Yes, honey.
Yeah, if y'all like this content, man, give us some likes.
Yes, I see those hearts pumping, and don't forget to tip your chef.
Them love bubble, and of course you can always give some stars, baby. This helps us create content.
Thank you for your comment. We appreciate that.
So y'all and trust me, you gonna make a mess.
Lucille, how are you?
You gonna make a mess.
Who was it that said their dad liked to use apple juice?
Apple juice, yeah, you can use apple juice.
Tamara and Alex Williams says my dad uses apple juice.
So let me wash my hands off, get some of this mustard off real quick.
Oh, I can't stand the smell of mustard, but it sure tastes good.
Well, you ain't gonna taste the mustard.
No, I'm just saying that's one of my. I have a sensitive nose sometimes.
Right, I got you.
And mustard.
You like the
mustard and ketchup are two of the smells that I can't stand after I've eaten it. Like if I waste it on my shirt, I got that shirt got to go, baby.
So now, and that's just as simple as that.
That's it.
This does not take long to do. And something else I want to tell y'all. Before you cook this, a lot of y'all have this in the freezer. You put it in the refrigerator. Make sure you get this Boston butt or your shoulders or your hams.
Whatever meat, right.
Put it at room temperature.
So, yeah, see, I didn't know that till you said that the other day. Yeah. That was interesting to know.
Well, the reason why is when you start cooking something, you got to remember you're starting on 250. Right. If this pork shoulder comes out of the refrigerator at 40 degrees, once you stick it on the pit or you stick it in the oven or wherever you're cooking it at on the grill, it's going to take time to warm up.
Tasha Simmons Rice, thank you for your stars. Suzette Gideon, thank you so much for your stars. Thank y'all so much for your stars.
that's gonna
Karen Whiteside White, thank you for your stars, honey. You are so sweet. Thank you so much.
So yeah, that's gonna add to your cook time.
She said my favorite. Karen Whiteside White says my favorite content creators. Hold on. Thank you for sharing with us. Have an amazing day. Will you do the same, Miss Karen? Thank you so much.
So the thing about it is, you want to get this at room temperature. You want to set it out at least 2 to 3 hours.
Terry Shonda, thank you for your stars.
Before you put it on, so that you can get this at room temperature, because you don't want to put it on cold. It won't hurt it to put it on cold,
right?
But you're gonna prolong the cook. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So this is some Country Bob seasoned salt.
Yeah, I just got that yesterday.
Oh, did you? Okay, I just poured the rest of this in this bowl. This is gonna be my rub, y'all. So I'm just adding to it, and like I said, you can always make your own rub. There's no wrong or right way to make a rub, baby. Just whatever you like.
Bridget King Fitzpatrick said, I need my meat next day air.
I'm going to put some of this soul food seasoning. Yeah. And what you're doing, you're creating a bark. That's what they call it. I'm going to use some Chef Bunky D's, the bomb seasoning. Because what you're doing when you do this, you're creating a bark.
Hey, Loyalty is Royalty, Alexander. She says she loves your apron.
Well, I appreciate it. This came from Chesoli's.
Yes, Chesoli's.
When we judged them, they gave us a little package.
Yes, big low. Yeah, honey, I love it.
So the thing about this, you're creating a bark by putting this season blend on it, you're creating a bark because you want those juices. You want to make sure your juices stay inside of here.
Yes.
And so by putting this on here, this is called a rub. And when you first put it on, like I said, that smoke is going to get off into that meat. And this bark is going to create a crisp around it.
Yes.
It's going to create let's just say it like it's going to put a fence around it to keep your juice from getting out. That's what this, and plus it's going to be good flavor. All of this right here is flavor because it's got a lot of salt and seasoning.
Yes.
So that's why I say you put what you want according to your taste.
Yeah, Shamika said that bark is flavor. Absolutely.
This bark, and when I say rub, you really don't rub it.
Nope, you pat it.
Because it's called a rub, but it's not basically, you don't rub it, you put it on and you just pat it in.
No, Marva Prosciutto said no brown sugar. No, he doesn't do brown sugar.
And you can, like I said.
This is personal. You do what you want.
No,
Lakeisha Bonner, hey, how are you doing?
But remember, sugar, it tends to have a high burn factor to it. So be careful with putting brown sugar on it.
That's right, Willett. Willett said, flip it and rub it down. That's right.
Flip it, rub it down. Willett, she already knows.
Yes.
And so
smack it up, flip it, and rub it down.
And you want to get that all around. You want to look, and when you want to put even on that bone part, you want to get that rub on there.
Brandon Schenkel, yes, you can add brown sugar if you want to. That's a personal preference. Yes,
you can do what you want with it.
Lucille Williams says, "Hello, Christian Big Well, hello, Lucille. How are you? I hope your husband is doing well."
Yeah, we're gonna put that rub on all sides, baby.
Got it. Ooh.
And let me tell you something. Baby. Christy loves pork, so she loves. Down here in the South, barbecue is just what it is.
Christy, look, I got to send the boy to the store to get some buns later.
Because down here when we cook these, because a lot of people won't cook a whole hog, because a whole hog is a lot of meat. But a shoulder is part of a whole hog. You know what I mean?
Me so hungry. How you doing? She said you got to get in them grooves and cracks. You got that right,
that's
sister.
Right. Trust me.
Yes. How you doing, Tanya? How you doing, sweetheart?
And we're going to come back because this will be done probably sometime around 7. So y'all stick back with us because I'm going to go live periodically during the day to show y'all
this is Christy's thing here.
Y'all see that? That's going to create a nice bark on there, baby. We're going to put some on this side.
Betty Ramey. Yes, you can use the same process with cooking ribs. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Same? Oh, yes. Oh, yes,
ma'am. Make sure you take that membrane off. And you take it and put your mustard on there, and then you go ahead and put your rub on it, honey. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Once you learn how to smoke meat.
Tasha Simmons Rice, thank you for your stars, sweetheart.
Once you learn how to smoke meat, baby, you can smoke anything. Chicken, ribs, shoulders, Boston butts, hams. It's all the same process.
Tasha Simmons Rice, thank you again for your stars, sweetheart.
The only thing about it, they all got different cook times. Beef and pork has a different cook time to it. Like this right here, this is a shoulder, and the temperature you want to get this to is 195, 190.
Willette said all she needed some light bread and hot sauce. What you talking about, sister? Lakeisha Bonner said, let me put in her order for a jar of salsa, pickles, and some of that pork. Girl, you already know. You already know that salsa coming here in just a little bit.
I ain't wasting nothing. I'm getting
Don't waste none of it, baby.
I'm going to put some garlic.
Marquita Williams is watching from Mobile, Alabama.
So a lot of y'all live in the northern places where y'all don't see this a lot, But down here, baby, this is just what we do.
Ooh.
So let me wash my hands off. I'm on
yes.
Put some more flavors on that thing.
Get over here and let's get a little closer. Willette Ray said that's a pretty color rub. It is, ain't it, Willette? See, I'm excited, y'all. Miss Bossy, go ahead, envy me. Says I'm in class right now because I'm about to purchase a smoker. Girl, get your learn on. Go on.
But let me tell you something. Now, if you don't have the money to go buy a smoker, which like I said, you can smoke. There's a lot of different ways to smoke it. Like I said, if you're a caveman, you ain't got to spend a lot of money. But I use a pit ball smoker. Now, the more conventional ways nowadays.
Bernadette Wallace, thank you for your stars.
It's what I'm using right now. I'm using pellet wood because I just got to the point where I got to be ready to deal. Go ahead.
Nadine Vincent says hello from England. How are you?
What's
from
going
England?
on, baby?
Hi, sweetheart. Thank you for being here.
Now I do have rub on here, but I'm gonna make me another layer of rub.
You need another layer, baby.
Onion, salt, or onion powder.
You don't do no
Yes,
salt.
I'm gonna put a lot of flavor. I'm gonna use some onion. Like I said, you can use whatever you want.
Keisha Tillerson says, Christy, I vote for my favorite chef every day. Thank you so much. What do you need? Garlic?
I'm gonna use some Slap Your Mama.
Because I got a whole big thing of garlic over there if you need it.
I'm gonna put some Slap Your Mama. I'm making a little lighter coat on it.
You want garlic?
I got garlic right.
Oh, okay. I didn't know how much
I'm
was
gonna
in
put some garlic in there because I didn't put these flavors in it at
Hey,
first.
Flip LaFleur, how you doing?
So I'm gonna just put a little bit of that on it.
Me so hungry, no salt. Oh yeah, no, she said no salt. Yeah, we got a little salt base. It's so good. We like it. I like it to have a little salt.
Oh yeah, you got to have some salt, baby. And this is just gonna be a little light coating that I'm gonna sprinkle on there because I didn't put none of this on there. The garlic and now, like I said, don't rub it. Just pat it.
Yes, Annette Rayner said, "Can you do this in the oven?" Absolutely.
Yes, you can. You can do this. You can do this in the oven.
And if you want the smoke flavor, what they need?
Liquid smoke.
There you go.
Go to Walmart. Go to any supermarket. Matter of fact, I thought I don't have.
No, we don't have it.
It comes in a bottle about that big. It's called liquid smoke.
Yeah.
You can get it in hickory. I think you can get it in oak, but use the hickory.
Yes.
It's called liquid smoke. If you do it in the oven, and do not wrap this up. A lot of people. They wrap their meat up when they cook it, and that's fine.
Not at first, you do it later.
And in the oven, it could be okay if you're not trying to get a smoke flavor to it.
Right.
Matter of fact, that'll actually increase. But if you want a smoke flavor to it, when you're smoking it, you don't want to wrap it up at first because you want that smoke to get off in. That's where the flavor comes from. Smoke is flavor. So when you got it on a pit or you got it and you're using wood, do not wrap it up with aluminum foil. I see people do that all the time.
Well, hello, Retha Buchanan. I got your comment that time, sweetheart. We don't see them all, honey. Don't get in your feelings, okay? I have to try to explain that to y'all. Don't get in your feelings because we don't see your comments all the time. But I got you that time. Hello to you, and thank you for being here, Miss Retha.
So y'all, we ready to take this outside.
Yes, he has mustard on it as a binder.
That's a coating I put on it, y'all. And actually, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all what, usually I get my smoker started before I do this. And the thing about that smoker is it starts to create a lot of smoke when I first cut it on. And so it takes me a minute to get this prep. And so by the time I take it out there, the smoke has stopped on it. So I'm not even got my smoker started. I got it warmed up. But when I go out there, I'm going to cut it on 250. And I'm going to show y'all how it does. And we're going to get that smoke rolling. That smoke going to penetrate that meat. For the first couple of hours, that thing gonna smoke.
Yes.
And it's gonna sink off into that. And on 250, man, those muscle fibers, it's gonna take about 8 hours, man. Those things just they're gonna get drunk. And you know how you get drunk, you get limber and you fall. That's how I want them fibers in that right there to do. I want them muscles to get. That's why you cook it low. Low and slow is how you do it. Mm-hmm. Yes, you can put it in the oven. Just like you can take this whole piece of meat, put it in a pan, go get you some liquid smoke, put it in the bottom of that pan and put on it, and then you stick it in the oven.
No, we don't, Coco.
That's what you do. So here we go, y'all. I'm gonna just grab it just like this right here. Because we're gonna stick this straight on the rack.
We're gonna manhandle it.
We don't need nothing else, baby. Let's roll. Let's roll with it, baby.
He gonna manhandle it. Look, he got
y'all excuse my pimping because I'm pimping.
Look, y'all look at the pimp. Look, get it, baby.
No, this ain't no pimp, baby. I got a baby.
Get it, baby. I know, but it's still sexy. Go, baby.
Sexy,
nothing. Go, baby. Go, baby. Sexy. Go, baby. Go.
So I'm gonna have to sit down for a minute because my knee hurt. But here we go, y'all. Let's come on this side. Now, this is my smoker. This is a Pit Boss. This is a vertical smoker that I'm using, y'all. Mm-hmm. If y'all want to know where to get this at, you can back off of it so they can see the whole thing. You can go to Walmart. I think the only place you can get this at, they got affiliation with Walmart.
Yes.
This is a vertical Pit Boss pellet smoker.
Yes.
It uses pellets. So back here, show them back there. I'm going to raise this up on the back side. You see back there on the back? You see those down there? Those are
That's
pellets.
The pellet hopper.
Those are real wood pellets.
Yeah.
It's real wood.
So you can see it right here.
Right.
Inside. Right here. Oh, shoot. You scare me to death.
So what happens is those pellets, they feed off into here in the bottom here, and it actually burns down in the bottom of this hopper, and it creates some smoke. So over here on this side, I'm going to cut it on. So I got this on, and when you first cut it, you just hit the button, cut it on. And I can hit that button. I'm going to run that up to 250. You see what I'm doing? Mm-hmm. 250. That's why I got it. I'm going to put it on 255. I'm gonna hit it. So the temperature right now inside is 124. So that's all you do. It's just that simple, y'all. This is how you smoke. This is smoking meat for dummies. You no longer have to get a smoker and pay $1,500, $3,000 for it and get all that wood and stay outside all night long. I can put this on here just like an oven, and I set it on 250, and I can walk away and forget about it.
Yes.
Now here's the thing about this, y'all. The temperature of this pork shoulder or Boston butt or any pork pieces that you cook, the internal temperature needs to be at least 195. Okay.
Right.
So what happened is I will put this on here. It'll cook at 250. This temperature will get to about 165, and it'll do what you call a stall. And the reason why, this piece of meat is thick, and in the center of it at 165, 250 will not be enough temperature to raise that temperature up to 195. At that point right there, I'll take this and I'll wrap it up in aluminum foil. I go get some aluminum foil. I'll wrap it up 2 or 3 times all around, stick it back on there. What happens is with that aluminum foil, it's going to hold heat. It's going to cook. I'll bump that temperature up to about 275. That'll get that temperature up to 195. Because if you don't wrap it, it's going to be hard for it to get up to 200 to 195. I like 200. So at a stall, they call it a stall. If you look it up, you'll see right around 165, this meat will stall, which means it'll sit there for hours. You could overcook it. So at 165, and here's what I use to check the temperature. You can use a thermometer. It cuts on, okay? And it has a prong in it. Well, it did cut on.
There we go.
No, it was on. Hell, it might be there. I had to get some batteries for it. But anyway, y'all see how this is smoking? Y'all see that smoke coming out of it?
Go to smoke.
Y'all see that? That's flavor, baby. So what you do, I'm going to just stick that in there, just like that right there. That's it. That's all I'm going to do.
Ready.
And see, down here on the bottom, this is where the fire is coming from. It's a fire. You can't see it because it's covered up, but it's a fire under there, and those wood pellets is feeding. If you see, that's ash. All of that black stuff, that's flavor. This is a seasoned grill, baby.
Oh, yes.
So all I'm going to do is just do that right there, and I'm going to shut it. That's it, baby. And that thing is going to smoke.
Tammy Charles, behave.
You're going to see this thing smoke. It's going to smoke for about an hour. And that's just, you smell that. It smells good, don't it? That same smell you smell, you see that smoke coming around the edge of that? That's what this is. This is a smoker, baby.
Yes.
That's why I just cut it on. I just cut it on. And those wood pellets is getting burned, and it's creating a smoke. You see the inside of that? You see how it smoke?
It is.
That right there, that's flavor. I'm going to show it to you. Look at that. Y'all see that?
Don't open it back.
No, look. That's flavor, baby. That's what you're doing. You smoking a pork shoulder. And don't come out here and open this damn thing up.
No.
So if I can get this thing on, I'm going to tell you the temperature. I thought it was working.
Probably better. Don Geiger, how are you? I see you done jumped on. Seeing Tracy.
So yeah, this right now, this smoker right here, it has a thermometer thing on it. I don't have any that goes in the side that you can pierce it. But you take this right here, you put that inside that meat. That'll tell you the temperature of that.
Yeah, that way you can keep up with
and all you got to do, baby, and actually with this right here, this connects to my Bluetooth. I can Bluetooth this to my phone. So I can sit in the house.
That's right, Shanti. She said, shut it and forget it.
I can shut it and forget it. I can go in the house, right? And with this pit boss, with the thermometer that goes on it, I can go in the house and Bluetooth it to my phone and be sitting in the house while I'm in the bed looking at the temperature to it. And when it gets to 165, I can set an alarm will alert me when this thing is ready to wrap up or when it's done. So that's all it is to it, y'all.
You take your gloves off.
So y'all see how that thing is smoking? Y'all see that?
Suzette Gideon says she need one of them in her life.
Hey, Walmart. Now it's not cheap. These things cost about $500.
Yeah. Now when I got it for him for Christmas, that is if that's when Walmart was where it was. So I don't know. Y'all can type it up. This is which one is this? This is a copperhead.
It's a copperhead, one of the best ones they got. But you see how this thing is smoking?
Oh, look at that.
And right here on the top, you can turn that down.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot
you can open it.
Open it up more.
But that thing is smoking. You see that right there, baby? That's going to be flavor. That thing
going to smoke. Said, puff, puff, give.
Oh, yeah. You can put some weed in it if you want to. Smoke it out, baby.
Shanti Franklin, yes, they have. I think they have pecan pellets. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you can buy pecan. You can buy hickory. You can buy oak. So that's it, man. Just shut it, forget it, and walk off. Stick a prob in it. Go in the house. You can cook this at nighttime. let it cook at nighttime. You can cook this overnight. You can go to bed. Like back in my days when we done all this, we had to stay up with the hog. Now, if you put a whole, you can't put a whole
No,
hog.
I can't put a whole hog in there.
But you can put 4, I think you can put 6 shoulders in here because it got
30.
racks. No, baby, you get false information.
No, because it's thick, baby. You can't use all the racks.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
You can get 6 shoulders in here because those racks, they sit low. You can put.
No, you can't find it on Amazon.
You can get 6 shoulders on here. Now, if your shoulder weigh 50 pounds, of course, you ain't going to get up on 1 or 2. A normal size shoulder, you can get 6 shoulders on here. And if you cook ribs, you can get 6 to 8 big slabs of ribs on here because these racks, this thing holds a lot of room.
Yes, it does plug in.
Christy said 2 shoulders. That is false information. You can get way more than 2 shoulders on here. You can get 6 shoulders on this thing. And you can get probably 6 to 8 slabs of ribs. You can get several Boston butts. You can get numerous amounts of chicken. This is, matter of fact, we having a family reunion in September. I'm gonna take this to Nashville.
Yes, I remember you saying
because we're gonna be cooking our Boston butts on here to feed a lot of people. This vertical smoker feeds a lot of people. It has a lot of space on it, so y'all gonna pick that up. So that is what I'm doing today, y'all. So I'll be coming back periodically during the day when I get ready to spray it down and show y'all how it looks when the bark sets in on it. I'll be bringing it to y'all, and then tonight when this thing is done, we'll go live again and show y'all how this thing comes off of the bone, and we're gonna pull it. We're gonna put barbecue sauce in it. We're gonna get some potato salad, some slaw, some baked beans, baby. We doing our post 4th of July barbecue pork shoulder. That's what this is.
Shanti Franklin, that's funny you said that because she said she bet a turkey would be good in it.
Oh yeah. But trust me, Thanksgiving coming, baby. You better know it. But in between that, Christy, she finna get down. What you finna do, baby? You want me to hold it? Christy finna do something for y'all here in a minute. So we gotta get some tomatoes going. Okay. So we appreciate y'all coming on, y'all. This is just like I said yesterday, we got several videos to bring y'all today. So I'm gonna let Chrissy tell y'all what she gonna be doing today.
So here in about, what time is it? It is almost 1 o'clock. Here in about I don't know, in about probably about 30, 45 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on my salsa because I have a doctor's appointment at 4:30. So I got to get started on this salsa because those tomatoes, they ain't waiting on me. So we got to get them done. So that's what we're going to be doing here in just a little bit. We're going to be making some salsa. So yeah, let me show y'all what we got going on here in a minute. This is my project for the day. This is going to be Christy's project for the day. We got tomatoes, y'all. All these tomatoes and peppers, they got to get put in some salsa. I got tomatoes in sacks. I got tomatoes I got to get picked. So that's probably about 15 pounds of tomatoes right there, baby. So Christy's going to be doing salsa. So any of y'all who want to learn how to do salsa, you don't have to have homegrown tomatoes. You can go to the farmer's market, pick you up some tomatoes, and she's going to show you the package that she used, and you can get the jars. She's going to run that through there because I know a lot of y'all like to have salsa, spaghetti sauce. So Christy is going to be doing that here in about, I would say in the next hour or less. We're going to go live after we clean up this little mess I made. And she's going to get to doing her salsa. She's going to do that live. She's going to take these whole homegrown tomatoes that come out of my garden and her garden, and she's going to do salsa. So if y'all want to see that, y'all tune back in. So we thank y'all for watching. Tennessee Soul Family, this is Big Low. This is Christy, and we will see y'all. You'll be seeing Christy in a minute. She's going to do it. She's pregnant right now. Yeah, here in just a few minutes. Give me probably no later than 1 o'clock. So I'll be back here in just a little bit. We love y'all guys. Thank y'all for joining us for our first of many of our series today. So we love you guys. So we'll see y'all later. We'll see y'all soon. Y'all take it easy.